Module 2, Microbiology and Foodborne Illness. Let's talk about something you can't see but absolutely need to understand: bacteria and other microorganisms that can make people seriously ill. Understanding these little troublemakers will help you keep them under control. Microorganisms are tiny living things, so small that millions could fit on the head of a pin. They're literally everywhere, on your hands, in the air, on surfaces, in soil, and naturally present in many foods. Most are harmless or even helpful, like the bacteria that make yogurt, but some can cause serious illness. A single bacterium can multiply to over 60 million bacteria in just 8 hours under the right conditions. That's why a small contamination problem can become a big health risk very quickly. Understanding how microorganisms behave gives you the power to control them. When you know that bacteria multiply fastest at room temperature, you understand why we keep food cold. When you know they need moisture to survive, you understand why we dry surfaces properly. It's not just about following rules, it's about understanding the science behind food safety so you can make smart decisions. The Bacteria Hall of Shame. Salmonella, the chicken troublemaker. Salmonella is the most famous food poisoning bacteria. It lives mainly in poultry and eggs, but spreads to anything these touch, causing vomiting, diarrhea, fever, and stomach cramps for up to a week. Beat it by cooking poultry to 75 degrees Celsius core temperature, never washing raw chicken. This spreads bacteria around your kitchen, and washing hands thoroughly after handling raw poultry. A cafe worker prepared chicken salad, then chopped vegetables on the same board without washing between tasks. 6 customers got salmonella poisoning. The business closed for 2 weeks, and they were fined £15,000, all from one contaminated cutting board. Campylobacter, the sneaky one. Campylobacter is actually the most common cause of food poisoning in the UK, but people often don't know its name. It lives mainly in raw poultry and unpasteurized milk, causing symptoms similar to salmonella, but sometimes even worse, with serious complications that can last for months. Beat it the same way as salmonella. Proper cooking and avoiding cross-contamination are your best defenses against this sneaky troublemaker. Listeria monocytogenes, the cold storage survivor. Listeria is particularly dangerous because it can actually grow in your fridge. Unlike most other bacteria, it lives in soil, water, and ready-to-eat foods like soft cheeses and deli meats, causing mild flu-like symptoms in healthy adults, but potentially fatal infections in pregnant women and immunocompromised people. Beat it by keeping your fridge below 5 degrees Celsius, following use-by dates strictly, and cleaning the fridge regularly. Norovirus, the winter vomiting bug. Norovirus isn't bacteria. It's a virus that spreads differently and lives in infected people's vomit and feces. It causes projectile vomiting and explosive diarrhea for 1 to 3 days, making people extremely unwell very quickly. Fight it with excellent hand hygiene, staying away from work when ill, and cleaning up any vomit or diarrhea with bleach-based cleaners that can actually kill viruses. E. coli 0157, the dangerous one. E. coli 0157 is particularly nasty because it can be life-threatening, especially for children and elderly people. It lives in the guts of cattle and can contaminate beef and vegetables, causing severe bloody diarrhea and potentially kidney failure. Beat it by cooking minced beef thoroughly to 70 degrees Celsius, washing vegetables properly, and never using raw and cooked meat areas without cleaning between. Clostridium perfringens, the bulk cooking bandit. This one's tricky because it forms spores that survive cooking. It lives in soil and the human gut, getting into meat and poultry to cause stomach cramps and diarrhea that's usually milder than other food poisoning. Control it by cooling cooked food quickly and reheating thoroughly if needed. It loves slowly cooling large batches of food. Staphylococcus aureus, the personal hygiene punisher. This bacterium comes from people. It lives on our skin, in cuts, and in our noses. It causes rapid onset vomiting and nausea, usually within hours of eating contaminated food. Beat it with excellent personal hygiene. Cover cuts properly. Don't touch your face, then handle food, and wash your hands religiously.